we were walking and the police pulled up on the side of the road and like got out and started like coming up to us, and we were like, what the hell? And we all like took our hoods down and stuff, and they were like,
I thought I was getting arrested.
yeah, me too. We were like, oh God, what have we done?
Hello and welcome to the Tooney and Russo Show with me, Vick. Hope I am here with two of football's most famous friends, Toone and Alessia Russo. Wait. Woo. I like to change it where we put the claps. I like that one. That was a good clap. As I always say, the girls have promised that nothing is off limits, and I've been told this time to tell you that nothing from me is off limits either.
Oh, nice.
So anything you want to know, there's no holds barred.
The
I like
friendship
that.
is evolving.
Yeah, feel
We're blossoming.
free.
Yeah.
It's happening on the Tooney and Russo Show. Welcome again, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're back.
I do have to say, for everyone listening and everyone watching on YouTube, it's an early record.
It's very early.
We're recording about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Woo.
It's not good for me.
It's not great for Ella because, unlike myself and Alessia, who have coffees, she doesn't drink it.
But she's going to try it, aren't you? Go on.
You're going to force it down my neck.
Yeah, but it's a really nice
You
coffee.
do it all the time, the lesson. I just don't like it.
Yeah, but
She
just
already
give
knows
it
she
a
doesn't
little
like-
sip.
Well, then and you know what? It leaves a horrible taste in my mouth afterwards.
You got Star Mix over there?
Some sweets.
Yeah.
Not 7 in the morning sweets.
Did any actually go in your mouth?
Yeah.
Has it got any better?
It tastes more creamy.
Yeah.
Creamy?
It's like a latte. Like a nice latte. No?
Whoa, I'm wide awake. No, and my mouth is minging now.
I know you're not necessarily morning people.
No, I'm not really a morning person, to be fair. Yeah.
No, we didn't really chat much this morning when we were getting dressed, did we?
No. And then we woke up and I went, God, it's early. She went, I know.
It's funny you say about coffee breath though, because like it's something I didn't think about until recently. Even though I love coffee, if anyone comes at me with coffee breath,
Oh my.
it is rancid.
Yeah,
it's
That's disgusting, yeah.
I always have Chewies on me.
Yeah, you got to, haven't you?
Yeah.
Why does it go from being such a delicious nectar of the gods to literally the most disgusting thing?
I don't know.
Well, I am here to get to know you. Well, obviously, we know you on the pitch, but I'm getting to know you off the pitch as a bit of a third wheel. And I feel like a really good way to understand a new friend is to get to know their home life a little bit, which is what this episode is going to be all about. We've touched on before in a previous episode how all your teammates in the England squad, you've all come from different backgrounds. That's what makes it so exciting. That's what makes friendship so exciting. But I'd love to know what life is like at home for both of you. You've lived together, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did spend a little bit of time together, didn't we?
Maybe like 6 months to a year.
Maybe, yeah.
What was the house like?
It was quite tidy.
Yeah, I would say that. It was me, Millie Turner and Alessia. And yeah, we did keep it quite tidy, didn't we?
Tooney just moved in for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah. Basically, I moved out in lockdown and I moved in with Millie, Martha and Molly Green. And then I had that taste of not living with mum and dad for a bit. So then when Les came, I was like, what a great excuse to stay even longer. Now my best friend's here. So yeah, I got her settled in quickly and stayed in a room.
Yeah.
So did you not have your own bed
No?
No.
for 6 months?
Well, you did have your bed at home.
Oh yeah,
like
I had a bed
at
at
mum
home.
and dad's.
Right.
But she just wanted to always stay at ours.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
But
They
it was
weren't.
great.
They weren't bothered. That I
No,
was
we
sleeping
enjoyed
there.
it. We did enjoy it. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
You know what my favourite thing about Tooney was during that time?
Go on.
She gets these like weird obsessions with food.
Oh, I was just gonna say that.
So she'll like,
It's not good from an athlete.
yeah, but it was in lockdown, so it was hard times.
Yeah, it was. It was tough.
Knees bust.
She used to like, I don't know, she had this obsession with this bagel with like chicken and peronaise in it, and she used
And
to have
cheese,
it
yeah.
like 3 times a day maybe, or like twice a day.
Hang on. So the bagel is chicken and then a bit of peronaise.
Bagel, butter,
Right.
chicken out the packet.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like breast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cold
Yeah.
chicken,
Cold chicken.
cheese, peronaise. Oh God,
Do
I'm
you not
craving
want
it
Do you
now.
not want it hot so that the cheese melts?
Well, the
a little bit?
bagel's hot,
Right. Okay.
but then that bit's not, and it just tastes so good. Yeah.
But
Sounds
that
nice.
that was a normal craving. And then she used to have this obsession with eat and mess. Like meringues, strawberries and cream. And I used to come down in the morning and she sat there for breakfast eating and eating.
I used to eat it for dessert after tea. And then I was that obsessed with it, I'd have it like in the morning.
I really wasn't expecting you to say eat and mess.
I love eating mess, yeah.
But
life was tough then.
Yeah, life was tough.
Are either of you good cooks? Do you get involved in the cooking around the house?
I'm really not good. I try my hardest. You know what I am good at? I'm like really good like sous chef. Like I'll prep the food.
Yeah, you've always been good at that.
I'm really good at a salad.
And she loves cutting the
raw chicken.
It is a nice feeling when it cuts through like butter.
But I like the feeling of it. It's weird.
But it's also freezing on your fingers.
Yeah, it is a bit minging, but I really enjoy that. But Les was the cook. Les and Millie cooked and I ate it.
We made these chicken kebabs that we used to love.
We always used to make them, didn't we?
And it was just like chicken in this seasoning, special seasoning, wasn't it?
All-purpose seasoning, if you've not tried
I
it.
know it. I know it.
And
special.
Salad, and it was in a pitta. It was kind of like a Nando's pitta, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was nice. Cheese and Pyrenees on it.
Yeah, it was good.
Just the simple things, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, Ella, did you like about the Manchester flat when you were staying there?
We actually lived in like a little house, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, the area wasn't amazing.
No.
Maybe the on the next street was another house full of players.
Yeah. It was like a little cul-de-sac.
Yeah, we just always spent time at each of us' houses. We actually played Come Dine With Me, didn't we? And me and Les were partners.
And we won.
Did we?
No.
No, I don't think we did. I think we came last. Did we? I think we had desserts. Yeah, I think one partner made starters. One partner made dessert. Main, and we made desserts. We made. It was a bit of a.
It wasn't very nice.
No,
but
it
what
wasn't.
Was it?
It was like marshmallows and chocolate and everything melted. S'mores.
Yeah,
S'mores.
kind of. Yeah, but it was like more like a big like.
And then
mess.
Yeah, it was just a mess on a plate. And then we'd go into the room and we'd be like, "Hi, it's Ella and Alessia here. So we've just had the starter made by Katie and Millie. And yeah, what we're rating it, Les?
Yeah.
Like we were just like pretending we were on Come Dine With Me.
No one's filming you.
No, we filmed
each other.
Right.
Yeah, we were filming each other.
And then we sent it in the group chat, didn't we?
We had to like vote out of 10 what we rated each
I reckon
meal.
I probably got the video of us doing that.
Yeah, probably. Oh.
Please have the video of you doing it.
Yeah,
I think I do.
Les probably does have that.
Hi, Mill and Zell. We thought that the starter was really good and we thought the flavours were excellent and they really complemented each other well. The glaze on top was lovely. The
melted mozzarella and tomatoes.
I felt like we were in Italy.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah. However, we would like to question the hospitality. It was a little bit flat.
So overall, we are going to give you
a 7.
So who are you competing against?
Me and Tooney.
Me and Les, Zell and Millie Turner, and
Jess
then
and Marth.
Jess and Marth. Yeah, I can't remember what they made for.
No, I
main
remember.
meal.
They made like it was kind of like sweet and sour chicken.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't want them to win, so we underestimated them.
Yeah, we didn't give them a big mark. Oh, and we had to do dessert and provide entertainment, didn't we? What did you do?
Yeah, I think we did a quiz or something.
Yeah, we did a quiz.
Fine.
Les loves a quiz.
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, we did a quiz.
Oh, one of them had to do drinks.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Oh, I'm not sure now, but that's what was nice. Like we spent a lot of time together, and they were like we were all really good friends as well. So it was nice to be on the same street and play Come Dine With Me.
And we used to go around there and play Scrabble.
My husband and I play Scrabble pretty much every day.
Really?
We've got a scoreboard. The scores are currently, I've got 84 points, he's got 94.
Oh.
So it's close, but
It is
there
close.
is 10 in it. But we take it very, very seriously.
It is a nice little way to unwind.
I love it so much.
Unless you're playing with us and it's so competitive and everyone's shouting and the board's being flipped over.
Yeah, but I just
You flip the board?
I think Millie Turner did flip the board once.
Yeah, probably. But I just hate it when people make words that aren't words and then on Google it says it's a Scrabble word, but it's not.
There are certain words, QI, chi, for example, where it's just
like you've never used that
people,
word before, so don't start using it on Scrabble.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think what else we used to do around that. We used to go on walks a lot, didn't we?
Yeah, we always used to go on walks.
And there was one time that we went on a walk and we were like, we weren't in the nicest area of Manchester, and all of us went on a walk, and it was like in the winter, and it was quite cold. So there was like 5 girls, and we all had like tracksuits, hoodies, and big coats on with our hoods up because we were freezing. We just like to go on an evening walk, just like around the block, just to get some fresh air, really. And there was one time where we were walking, and the police pulled up on the side of the road, and like got out and started like coming up to us, and we were like, what the hell? And we all like took our hoods down and stuff, and they were like,
I thought I was getting arrested.
yeah, me too. We were like, oh God, what have we done? And then they were just like, well, they recognised Tooney because she's obviously like Manchester's finest. And they were like, oh, you're Ella Toone. And they were like, we're so sorry, we were looking for a group of boys. And we were like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got let off.
We all took our heads down, and I think they were like, oh God, this is definitely not who we're looking for.
And when you were living in a house share with other players, was it tidy? Like, how did you sort of distribute, delegate?
To be fair, ours was quite tidy, wasn't it?
Yeah, ours was tidy, to be fair.
Yeah, I think actually, to be fair, it was probably more tidy than it was clean. Like,
Yeah, I don't remember scrubbing anywhere.
yeah, like the downstairs was a bit.
Yeah. But
Like
the
the kitchen.
bedrooms was nice and clean and tidy.
And every now and again, Millie would bring her dog round, and then there'd be hair everywhere. All on the floor, all on the table, because the dog would just jump everywhere.
The bed.
Do you have any pets now?
Yeah, I've got a family dog called Norman.
Oh.
He's he's a bit naughty. He was naughty at first. Like, we really didn't get on at first. Like, he didn't like me for some reason. Just me. And it was really actually quite sad. Like, I remember ringing my dad once saying, like, Dad, like, I'm done with the dog. Like, it's either me or him. And then I left the house. So the dog won.
It was the dog.
Yeah. But we really get on now. We don't live together.
So what is your living situation now, Ella?
I moved out a couple of years ago. Got a house, and then my boyfriend moved in. But I'm literally like 3 minutes down the road from Mum and Dad. So yeah, not far at all.
How often are you popping home?
Or I see him every day.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I go around for meals. I'll text Mum saying what you're having for tea tonight, and then I'll say, all right, I'll have some of that. And yeah, I just nip round to see him. To be honest, just go for a little chat, or I'll FaceTime him.
And now you live with your partner Joe. What would he say you were like at home?
Oh, a nightmare.
Right.
Yeah. I do try and learn how to cook, for example. I mean, I got a B in catering in school, so I have got the skills there if I really wanted to. It's just confidence, I think, in the kitchen, and I just don't have it. And I'd rather him do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If he's willing.
Exactly. But yeah, I do bits and bobs around the house. I think we take it in turns. I'll see when he listens to this what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Mum and Dad round the other day. I was like, oh, you can come round for dinner. They were like, yeah, that'll be lovely. And then Mum got there and she cooked at my apartment. But yeah, no, I think I do like my own space, but then I like having company on top of it at the same time.
Yeah. Was it a daunting move, or did you feel ready, felt confident?
No, I mean, it's nearer my family, which is nice, so I do see them more. And my brother doesn't live too far, and his wife, so sometimes I'll just go around there for dinner as well, which is nice. They have 2 dogs. I couldn't have a dog in my apartment. Don't think my landlord would like that.
No.
Yeah, sometimes they're funny. You've got nowhere to put your flaps and all of this if you've got a cat.
And it's just not the right place for a dog. But I do really want a dog when I get a house.
The day will come.
Yeah.
We're the same. We're living, I think as well, just in the big city, like we couldn't give a dog the life it deserves because we're so busy and we're in this this street without the outdoor space. But one day when we move to the countryside,
Gonna get a dog.
I'll give you a big
dog?
Burmese mountain dog and a golden
nice,
retriever.
A big dog.
I want one that I can lie down with and it's bigger than me.
Yeah, I want a really big dog, but
Yeah,
I
I
get
do.
a bit allergic to really thick-haired ones. So I need like a
Barbie.
hypoallergenic.
Well, you had
dog.
a big dog, didn't you?
I did have a big dog, yeah. He was so cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I would love a Doberman, but that would just not fit in my house right now.
One day.
One day.
All of us, we're looking
I
forward to
know,
that day
we
in
can
the
go on a
future.
walk with all our big dogs in like 10 years' time.
Yeah, you come up to Manchester.
Bring my
You owe me.
When I always wondered this actually, when footballers, because they're often transferring or changing teams, who helps you with sorting out a new place to live? Because that's a big life decision. That's a big life stage for anyone. And for people who move around a bit more and have to find somewhere quite quickly, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've actually been so lucky. But this makes me think when I do come to buy a house, I'm going to be really unlucky. But basically, when I was in Manchester and when I'm now in London, both the apartments that I live in were the first places that I viewed. So I viewed one, loved it, got it, viewed another, loved it, got it. So that makes me think when I come to buy a house, I'm just going to have no luck whatsoever.
I actually viewed the Manchester one with you, didn't I?
Yeah.
We both went. I was like, yeah, Les, this will be lovely.
Yeah, I was like, I want to get it. I want to do it. To be fair, the club offers so much support. Like, we have like we actually just say she's like our team mum, but she's actually 25. But she literally sorts anything out for you, which is amazing. Like, she will go and view places for you. It's funny because Vick Palova, one of the girls on the team, she's not very clued on to like electricity bills and tax bills and things like that. And Neve, the lady at Arsenal, made her this huge folder with like everything in it, colour coordinated with a file, and I was like, that is so impressive.
I need that for my life.
Yeah, it was. I was like, maybe I need one of those.
I need one of them.
A handbook for just getting by.
So yeah, the support from the club's always really, really good. But I actually viewed the apartment on my own. Like, I just found it on Rightmove, viewed it, loved it, and luckily got it.
I'd just be thinking about where am I going to get my lashes done and my brows and my nails. They would be the most important things.
It takes you years to find the place that becomes your go-to, doesn't it? When I moved out to Buenos Aires, to Argentina, I must have looked on Craigslist or something like that to find a flat. And the first flat I went to, because you don't know the area and no one's telling you what's good, what's bad, it was in the red light district.
Oh,
so
God.
just living, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, if that's where you want to be.
That was just not your vibe.
It wasn't my intention to live amongst the brothels for the first month before I could then look in an area that I knew was maybe a little bit better suited. What do you look for when you're looking for a new flat or house? What are you into? What's your vibe?
South-facing garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is probably at the top of the list, isn't it?
That is adulthood.
Even though you don't
even
though you don't even get any sun in Manchester, but when you do, you need the garden.
When you do, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Les, you said you've always got people around and you like having the house like full and there be an atmosphere and a vibe. Who have you had for dinner now since you've joined the Arsenal team?
I had Vick round the other day and we made tacos, which was nice. Had mum and dad round. You know what? I actually haven't had. I say I like having people around. It's mainly just my mum and dad, or my brother and his wife. Lotta's been round and she bought me a lovely little plant. Isn't that so
Yeah,
Lotta?
that's thoughtful.
I've had some of the girls round that we used to play with when we were younger. It's mainly just whoever wants to come and cook, basically.
That's fair enough. That's what makes a good friend.
Yeah.
And also houseplants, I'm glad you mentioned them, because keeping them alive is bane of my life. But these are fake.
Yeah, I
You
was
just
just about to say
glance
get
over.
a fake one.
Yeah, I had a house plant that I really loved, and then I watered it too much and it stunk and I had to throw it out.
It starts to decay.
Yeah, and it smelled of like dirty water. I don't know how to
Yeah, I don't
describe
have
it.
any plants in my house. I don't think they'd last a day.
Keeping a plant alive.
It is tough.
It's tough.
If you're looking for a podcast to binge, apart from ours, obviously, we think you'd love Miss Me. Lifelong friends Lily Allen and Makita Oliver discuss everything from the highs and lows of their lives to the biggest cultural moments of the week. Listen to every episode on BBC Sounds.
Ella, you've talked quite candidly on the pod about how much you love it here in London. Obviously, you're spending a little more time here at the moment because we're recording here. Are you changing your mind at all?
I think it's just getting here that does my head in a little bit. But actually, when we was on camp not long ago, me, Les, Grace, Mary and Millie went into London on our day off. We went shopping and then we went for some really nice food. So that was a nice day in London, yeah. But yeah, I probably need to do it again.
It's okay. It's okay not to like it. I'm liking it less and less by the day.
Oh, well, same.
Yeah. There we go. I just want to go and live on a farm and like feed my chickens.
Yeah.
Do either of you drive?
Yeah.
People say I'm a terrible driver, but I just don't believe them.
It's fine. It's not fine.
I would
Obviously,
say that
safety
you're not
first.
the best, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and now people at Arsenal say it too.
Yeah, you are a bit... it's like you lose a little bit of concentration sometimes and you brake quite close to the car in front. That's what I've picked up on.
No, I've got a lot better at that. But I just think sometimes like when I'm driving on my own, I'm fine. But if I have someone in my car,
You get nervous.
I get nervous. Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Like I love being in the car with people because I like chatting, but I do get dead nervous.
It's hard in this city. I drove for the first time in London yesterday. It's the first time ever, and the first time in about 10 years. And it was so distracting. I was like, oh, look, there's a dog where half of his face is black and the other half is white.
Yeah.
I've got to look at that. How can I not? You can't control it.
Yeah.
It's not that you're going fast. It's just that anything could happen.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't like to drive in central London.
No, I don't like
That's
to drive
like
in Manchester.
Manchester, yeah.
That's stressful as well.
That's-
And I always get the same bus lane ticket. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I always must drive through the same one and get the same ticket every time.
It's hard to learn.
But the sat
I don't
nav
know.
tells me to go that way.
No, I understand. Also, it turns out you're not supposed to wave at everyone. I had my husband with me in the car, and after a little while, I was like, please stop waving at every single person. Because I thought you're saying thank you when they give way, but apparently I was doing it at like the crossing at the light. So it's like, you're not the queen, you don't have to wave. And also giving thumbs up whenever I saw someone else doing good driving. So if someone did, there was this guy who parked, I thought, really well. I was really impressed. And I went like that. And he said, you look like you're being passive aggressive, like you're going, well done.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I genuinely thought, we're in this together, comrades. Yeah. Driving to you.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. But don't get in a car with me. I'm not
I
actually.
clearly don't get in one with me either.
Well, get him on with me.
We will do. Next time I'm in Manchester. What is it about your hometown that you love?
Boyfriend was like, what if we got a really nice house just a little bit further out? Like, would you? And I was like, no. I'm staying in Tilsley. All my mates live like literally on the estate opposite me. I'm still really good friends with them now, and Les is mates with them as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
I feel like all my mates from school are mates with all my footy mates as well.
Yeah.
Like, they just love it.
I proper love your schoolmates.
Yeah, so we're really close and we still see each other all the time.
Something so nice about those two sides of your life meeting, because it doesn't happen for everyone. Some people have quite compartmentalized friendships, and they keep their school friends, their home friends separate from their work friends, or the people they've met later in life. But when those two worlds meet and they get on,
Oh, my mates love it. Like, Les proper gets on with them, and
Yeah.
Abby, who's a football friend, really gets on with them now, and I think like Abby likes them more than me now.
I remember on like one of my first years when I was in Manchester, it was my birthday and we had like a little party at one of the houses in the little block.
So funny.
And it was like me, Tooney, Zell, Jess and Marth, like the people that lived in the houses. And then all of Tooney's schoolmates, and that was it.
amazing.
That was it.
But like, you'd think that they'd known yous lot forever, and they just like got up in the middle of the kitchen and started doing like some dance and stuff, and I was like, that's my girls. And everyone was filming them like, what on
It
earth are
was
these
so
lot doing?
That's when it's best though, when all those friends get on with each other. It makes parties so good.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
anyone
Oh yeah,
not
I'm
having anyone to
definitely
talk
not worried
to.
about them lot. They fit in anywhere.
Yeah, birthdays for the rest of your life. You've got a good guest list.
Yeah.
Sorted.
They're a good time. Really good time.
And they're obsessed with your mum as well.
Oh, they love my mum.
With
Yeah.
your mum.
Yeah. They want her to cook them dinner all the time.
They always say to me like, we still need like to go and get some lasagna off Carol.
I'm intrigued by Carol's lasagna now.
I'll bring you some.
Oh,
She
yes,
likes
please.
to make it and
Yeah,
then you
she
can
does.
freeze it. She's
Definitely.
really good.
I've got a freezer. Perfect.
I'll bring it.
Yes.
I'll tell her.
Now, every episode is an opportunity for you listening now to be a part of our conversation, where you get to ask Ella and Alessia anything you want. Now, this week's question is from Maddie. Thank you so much, Maddie. Who wants to know, if you weren't a footballer, what job would you be doing right now?
In school, like growing up, apart from wanting to be a footballer, I wanted to be like a PE teacher or something like that. I
It's
loved,
still quite related.
I loved PE. I loved being outside. I loved every sport. Played every sport in school. So I think something like that I would have probably enjoyed to be. And now I just tell everyone I want to be a DJ in Ibiza.
It can be arranged.
Can be. Yeah.
We just swapped dates, and you're out at the same time as me this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which will be fun.
We'll see what we can do.
The trio in
Trio
Ibiza.
takes on
Yeah,
Ibiza.
have a go on the USB, have a go on the deck.
What would you have been? What did you want to be?
I guess before becoming a broadcaster, I assumed I would be like a print journalist. I wanted to write about like current affairs and politics. So I guess it would be that, but it didn't work out that way, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
Or maybe like I do quite a lot of charity work. Maybe I'd do that sort of more full
nice.
time.
Yeah, I like that.
I guess. What about you, Les?
Well, when I was really young, we used to always go to the beach with my mum and dad, and I used to love the smell of the donut vans. So when I was like 5, 6, I used to say I wanted to be a donut seller.
No.
Obviously, I had big dreams. But I just
do
loved
that
it.
now.
Yeah, I just loved
It's never
going
too
down
late
to
for
the beach
selling
and
donuts.
being a donut seller. Yeah, that was what I had my heart set on when I was a kid. And then as I got older, my dad was in the police for quite a long time, and he used to come home with some crazy stories, and that always fascinated me. And I used to love like crime shows and things like that. So maybe I would have gone down that route.
I work at a refugee project with kids, and we do like dance workshops, or we'll do like martial arts, or help with homework. A lot of stuff is non-verbal because they all speak different languages.
Oh, wow.
And the thing that they love the most is football.
Yeah.
Oh.
It brings everyone together. It's completely
Yeah.
universal. So we've got kids who've come from Afghanistan, Syria, but equally like Nigeria, Sudan, and you can put them on a football pitch, time of their life, and it doesn't matter. Nothing
Connects
matters.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
so
love to
sweet.
see it so much.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. And some of them are absolutely brilliant. Have you had any, I've put inverted commas, normal jobs before? Have you had any other jobs alongside?
I haven't ever had a job, no.
I have, and it didn't really go very well. I worked at my local pub for
Oh, you're so clumsy though.
maybe 3 shifts.
Right.
Did
And
you get sacked?
Well, I sacked myself because I dropped a roast dinner in the kitchen in front of the chef.
So embarrassing.
But not in front of the customers, crucially.
No, not in front of the customer, but the chef was fuming. And then another time, I had to take a soup out, but I don't know why they did it, but they put the bowl on a plate, so like the bowl would be like moving as you're carrying the plate. And as I went to like put it down on the table, the bowl went like, oh. Luckily it didn't go on the customer; it just went everywhere else. And I just got so
That is one
embarrassed.
thing that you probably, that's just not really going to work, is it?
No.
You know, when you're so clumsy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's your fault. I don't think that's your fault.
Thanks, Vick.
Thinking about that, just in detail, someone should have put a napkin between that
So it
plate
didn't
and
slide?
that bowl. Yeah.
For sure.
Because of course it's going to slide.
And what about the roast dinner?
That was your fault. I don't know the exact circumstances, how you picked it up, where you picked it up. Maybe it was the way you handed it. Maybe it was a hot plate.
Maybe, yeah, let's go with hot plate.
It was a hot plate. If you have got a question about hot plates or otherwise, or something that you just want us to discuss on the podcast, make sure you use the Tooney Russo hashtag, or just stick it in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Talking of watching, big thing in the house for many people across the nation is TV, and especially when you're in a house share, picking what to watch, it can be contentious.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys err on the side of? How does that usually go?
I'm quite chilled, I think. Like, when me and Les nap and we put a film on, Les will always pick. Like, because I don't really watch films. Like, I can't sit still for that long. Never really put a film on at home. So, yeah, I would just leave it to everyone else to pick.
Don't really mind.
No.
I'm a big film.
Oh, Les has probably watched everything on
Yeah,
Netflix.
I love films. I love shows. I think I prefer films. So sometimes, like, I get Tooney to watch, like, my favourite, like, classic films. Or if I know it's going to be a really good film, I get Tooney to watch it. What if I made you watch
That one where Man on Fire? Or,
Man on Fire?
is that what it's
Yeah.
called? Man on Fire.
I'm sure I've made you watch The Town or Inside Man.
Yeah, and you made me watch... It's a Christmas one.
Love Actually. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Love Actually and The Holiday.
Yeah, you have.
She hadn't seen Notting Hill. You've watched
I
that
haven't
now.
seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
so
you do sound
like,
disappointed when I tell you that, don't you?
yeah, Saving Private Ryan I've made you watch too. But you're always open to it, which
Yeah.
is nice. And you enjoy it.
Yeah. So I always fall asleep when I'm watching it.
Yeah, you always have a nap.
So there's never arguments over who gets control.
Never. Not with us two, no.
No.
Just
What's
leave
your
it to Les.
favourite film?
I'm terrible at films. Like
Oh,
I
really?
also,
Yeah.
Ella, I fall asleep.
We got something.
I've got
There you
something
go.
going. Yeah. I mean, favourite film probably. I quite like a gangster film.
Oh, me too.
I
My
love a gangster
favourite's
film.
Legend. You know, with the Cray twins.
Oh yeah.
That's my favourite one, yeah. Love a gangster film.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is good.
These are all up my street.
Have you seen Heat?
Yes, I've seen Heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good film.
Do you find yourself like getting quite into box sets? Any like guilty pleasures or anything you just like cannot turn off, binge on?
No, but sometimes when I want like an easy watch in the background, I've already watched it, but I'll put Gossip Girl on.
Mm.
Just like background noise.
I'm actually watching Married to the Game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched
You
a
know,
bit of that.
with the footballers and the footballers' wives and stuff like that. Yeah, I find it really interesting. Because I'm like, yeah, I know what they mean. Because obviously it sometimes happens to us as well.
Yeah.
And we watched the Man City documentary in about...
Oh, look, we binged that,
yeah,
didn't we?
we did. In about
2 days.
Yeah, I think it's nice because it's relatable.
Yeah.
Like, you like to see the behind-the-scenes stuff because you compare it to our lives, really, don't we?
And when it comes to football itself, you mentioned Man City there. I know Joe, your boyfriend, is a Man City fan.
Yeah.
Well, how is that in the house?
It's not good.
Right.
It's the one thing that I would love us to have in common. It's the one thing that we don't have in common. So on derby days, like we don't really speak. At the minute, anyway, I don't speak to him. Yeah, it is a bit of a struggle. Like I'd love to go to the games together and watch football together and support the team together, but he's from one side of Manchester and I'm from the other, so we've just got to get on with it, haven't we? And I was happy for him when they won the treble because obviously, like, he loves Man City, he's grown up supporting it, and they've won the treble. That's amazing. But I hated him at the same time. I was so happy for him. I was like, wow, like you've got to experience that, but I'm so mad right now.
That's love.
Don't come near me and don't talk to me about it.
Oh, that is love.
Yeah. So yeah, we do struggle on them days.
Well, I'm glad that Ella and I have found that we've got more in common. Gangster
Yeah.
films, bad
Yeah.
driving, football rivalries in the house. And on that note, I think our work here is done.
Our work here is done.
I don't know why I said that. Yeah.
Over and out.
Over
Peace
and
out.
out. That is the end of this podcast episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I will see you next time.
See you next
See you
time.
later. Oh, I went Australian.
See you later,
See you
mate.
later.
See you later, mate. Thank you so much for watching the Tooney and Russo Show. We have got new episodes every single Monday. You can listen on BBC Sounds. You can watch on YouTube. Just search for the Tooney and Russo Show. And there's episodes of Miss Me with Makita Oliver and Lily Allen available on BBC Sounds as well. We'll see you next time.